So does Giannis deserve a pass for losing against the Celtics? We know that the Bucks lost Game 7, 109-81. Wasn't much of a contest, and Giannis missed a lot of layups and hook shots. He wasn't the usual efficient Giannis. And Riv, I believe I saw you tweet something that you thought Giannis severely underperformed, and you were very disappointed in his performance.
Did I actually tweet that?
No. But Drew, I know you did, so you can go first.
No, I didn't.
I know you did it. You gave Giannis his props, right?
I did.
Yeah. Fuck no. No. We're not going to do that. No. Nobody gets a pass.
Why?
Nobody gets a pass.
Even without Middleton, no one gets a pass?
I don't care about that.
Taking Boston 7, who really could go to the championship and win it all.
Congratulations to Boston.
Yeah, smart.
You gotta pay your, I said congratulations to Miami. I'm going to say congratulations to Boston. They made it to the ECF. Congratulations. That's impressive. You did your thing. You beat Giannis. Let's get on to Giannis, though. Let's dig in deep to that. Giannis, he played amazing. You can play amazing and choke. I fully believe that you can be incredible, but choke. And in Game 6, in the fourth quarter, that's what he did. He choked. Not just on offense, but getting beat by Al Horford and Grant Will in the perimeter, that's also choking. Missing jump shots, blatant mid-range jump shot that you've improved on this year, that's choking. Let's get on to Game 7.
You're being very critical,
Let's get on to Game 7. Game 7 was embarrassing.
It was.
Second half, like Joel said, missing layups, point-blank layups, missing jump shots. It's like...
What about his supporting cast?
Oh, I'm going to get there.
Who went 4 for 30 what? 4 for 30 something? I couldn't even tell you.
I'm going to get there. Giannis was extremely gassed. Don't get me wrong. The Boston Celtics were elite defense. They put a lot of pressure on him. They also gave him wide open jump shots that he just couldn't hit. But, of course, we're going to let that pass because Giannis is Giannis. Giannis is still one of the best players in the NBA. But I just feel like, Drew, you're the main advocate of this.
Okay.
People knocked Kevin Durant last year, Game 7, in Brooklyn, because he went 0 for 8 in overtime, right? Even though he was going absolutely insane. And even before that was going insane Game 6 and Game 5. But people knocked him. Even though Harden was on a hamstring injury, Kyrie got hurt, people still knocked Kevin Durant. Why? Because in overtime, when you needed your guy to still be that guy, he came up short. So I don't feel like in this situation, even let's bring it back. James Harden, Game 6 against the Warriors in the second half. Steph Curry has 0 points. This is your opportunity to steal that game. Even Game 5, Harden choked. He played amazing in the series. Don't get me wrong. He choked. Even before that year, Kevin Durant, they missed 27 threes. Harden played amazing in the series, but he choked. He gets the blame. You can be as great as these players are. You can be amazing in a series. Giannis damn near averaged 40 points, 13. He was amazing. His splits were freaking terrible. He shot a 44-25-60 split.
46.
That's horrible for Giannis.
On a ridiculous amount of attempts as well.
And on top of that, I don't think like this really, a lot of it goes to Giannis because at the same time, I get it. The defense was aggressive, but they were leaving him wide open. They even gave him a lot of mid-range jump shots. He has to be able to hit those shots continuously. He's not going to be able to run people over for the rest of his career. He's not going to be. His body isn't going to hold up, and that's not a testament to him. That's just father time. He has to develop that consistent mid range. He did improve in the regular season. He did, but he did not show that in the playoffs. He definitely deserves some blame, not all the blame. His role players play like shit. Drew Holiday was also another one who was gassed. He has to go guard 2 of the best players on the team and then go give you that offense. He gets some of the blame, but also, missing Middleton. Their half-court offense showed that they really need Middleton. Their half-court offense was abysmal. They needed Middleton. He's one of those guys that can create. He's a 3-level scorer. He can create opportunities for Giannis in the pick and roll. He's a guy that's also a spot-up shooter that can get you looks, and he's one of their clutchest players on the team. They obviously missed him. But at the same time, I'm looking at the Bucks and I'm looking at Budenholzer. He still makes no adjustments. He's what the guy is. We're going to live and die by this situation. And that letting threes fly, Grant Williams shot 40% on the season. I don't know why you went into that game plan thinking I'm going to let him shoot, especially corner threes. He can hit those. But the Bucks front office needs to go, and I feel like Wesley Matthews, as great as he played on defense, he's cooked, man. He's 36, bro. You need to go in there. You need to get better players than George Hill and Wesley Matthews. You need to go and get some better 3-and-D wings, some guys that can guard multiple positions, can hit three-pointers, and that are a little bit younger than 36, 35. But shout out to Giannis and Drew. They gave their best efforts, but in the end, Boston just wore him down, tired him out. But yeah, Giannis does deserve some of the blame because as great as he played, he still came up short in those moments. And we done did it to LeBron. We done did it to Kevin Durant. We done did it to James Harden. We done did it to all the great players. Kobe. Giannis doesn't get to fly by that radar. If those great players got dissed, Giannis is going to get some of the blame too.
At this table, did any of us disrespect KD for his performance against Milwaukee last year?
You did.
No, I did not.
Yeah,
You did. You say choked. You didn't disrespect his performance, but you said he choked. You did say he choked.
He hit the game-tying shot.
And then you said he
had
didn't score in the
40
fourth in the
points.
overtime.
I mean, that's not incorrect.
He was 0 for 6 in that period.
He was bad in
choked.
overtime.
And Giannis was bad in the fourth.
It does not take away
In the second
how
half,
great
actually.
he was.
He was bad in this entire
100%.
second half.
I'm with you. I'm not going to say you're wrong there because first half he put almost a triple-double in the first quarter.
And then folded after that.
He definitely did not play well in the second half at all. It was the worst we've seen Giannis in a very long time. Listen, he struggled against this Celtics defense to a degree, but even still, you had several moments throughout this series where Giannis Antetokounmpo was able to just lower his shoulder, get to the rim, and he would dominate the game. There was moments where in Game 5 where they're down 6, Giannis, we're talking about how his shooting has been very inconsistent, hits the biggest three of the game that draws him within 3.
They left him open.
Correct, but he still made it.
I know, but they left him open.
See, that's just something I can't sit with because it's still not. He's not a 3-point shooter.
No, that's a clutch shot.
Okay, yes,
but they
then
left
you're
him
gonna-
wide open.
Okay,
Talk about him getting beat by Al Horford and Grant Williams on the perimeter in Game 6. Talk about that.
There's
Because
no-
Mr.
there's no
DPOY,
shoes. Hey.
we
Talk about game 4,
but
Al
Al-
Horford dropping
Al-
30.
But Al Horford, he balled all series.
No. We clown Rudy Gobert because he can't guard the perimeter, right? That's what we do. This is a guy who's won defensive player 3 times in a year.
Listen, we've
and he
spoken
can't
about
guard
it.
the perimeter.
Giannis is-
Yet we've seen Giannis
Agreed.
a lot get cooked on that perimeter,
agree.
and nobody says a word
agree.
about it.
We've been saying it for a little while. We've been
please,
saying it for a little while
Don't
that
give him a pass just because he can listen.
But man,
he's the
without-
top 2 player in the world to me, but he doesn't get a pass. He
Dude.
can't. If LeBron didn't,
So
he
let me
does.
ask you a question.
with
Let me
that-
ask you a quick question.
I didn't
Who
even get
played-
to, I got like a second.
I'm
into
sorry.
my
You'll
spiel.
you'll get to finish your point, but just a quick question. I'm sorry, Drew. All right, who? Giannis versus the Bucks this year, or KD
Other way,
versus
Giannis versus Celtics. I understand.
Giannis versus the Celtics these playoffs in this series, or KD last year versus the Bucks, who had a better series?
KD.
Easily.
Yeah.
We're all admitting that
I'm with
KD
you.
easily had the better series.
Kyrie goes down.
Okay.
Harden goes out a
So-
second into the game. Harden
They
comes
went to
back on a
7.
grade 2. He brings them into overtime. It was unbelievable. what
So
KD
how
did.
come KD gets labeled as he chokes and all this other stuff when he goes 0 for 6 in overtime in Game 7?
Which is not
but
good.
Giannis plays bad for an entire second half, is missing layups, bunnies, all that other stuff, and everybody's
got blown out.
and everybody's anybody's saying is he's the first player to have 200 points, 100 rebounds, and 50 assists in a series.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't
my
give a shit
God,
about
best
that.
player in the world still.
Do you want to know why it is? And
Please
you guys,
don't forget Game 6.
You're not going to like the answer at all. But this is just the reality. KD leaving the Warriors still has something to prove in the eyes of the general media, right? And in most people's minds, KD, people believe, has something to prove since leaving the Warriors. He needs to prove that. As the guy, he can get it done. That's why when you go 0 for 6 in overtime, even though you had an unbelievable series, you hit one of the clutchest shots of your career to send it into overtime, you go 0 for 6, people are looking at that. Giannis, although, you look on the other side, he had won a championship with Milwaukee as the guy.
Which is looking a little funny, but yeah.
Fine, right? Because now we can look at it in hindsight, fine. But Giannis proved as the guy, he can get it done and win a championship. He's not under that same microscope that KD is because KD understands, well, I don't know if he understands, but the vast majority of people that judge KD's performances understand that he is still not acknowledged and stamped in his resume because he hasn't had something accomplished outside of Golden State.
What I got from what you said is that people hated on Kevin Durant because they don't like Kevin Durant, and
And his
people
decision, correct.
people are backing Giannis and making
'Cause they
all
like
these
Giannis.
excuses for him because they like him.
I don't
That's
know if-
basically it.
yeah.
They
They
were
like the
unfair
narrative.
towards KD.
They like the story.
The narrative.
They love the story of Giannis.
And that's why I said, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. But that's the truth. That's the matter of fact.
well, this is why we're not the media. So continue your little monologue.
Giannis without Middleton, his Robin, his guy that he could rely to in closing moments was not there. And even still, he forced the team that I believe is going to win the finals to 7. And although, listen, I still believe that there were moments where Celtics could have finished this series a lot earlier, but they choked. That's credit to Giannis.
Okay, so Giannis without his Robin folded in the fourth.
And third. He did not play well in the second
in
half.
Game 6, he folded in the fourth.
That's so. But why
offense
can't
and defense? He's a two-way. You love two-way.
Yes, I'm with you. Defensively, there's no excuse for him getting beat.
But yet the Joker gets destroyed on national media when he doesn't have his second or third guy. Yet he backpacks.
Do you think that who really destroyed Jokic?
The national media.
Who's
the national media?
Forget about the national
Kevin Durant
media.
gets destroyed because he didn't have his second or third guy.
Harden was on the court, which is why people don't really think about it too much. But yes, Harden was
Drew
barely.
Holiday played more games than both of those guys combined.
Correct.
So, like I said, he didn't have.
Is Drew Holiday Harden's caliber?
But we're talking about
that
big
Harden
three.
on the yes.
We're just talking about their big. We're just talking about
that
big
Harden
three.
on the hamstring.
Okay, fine.
We're just talking about big threes. When you have your guys, you feel like you can beat anybody.
I'm with you, man. I'm
so
with you.
Drew Holiday played more games than both of those guys. Kevin Durant still got slandered when he put on a master.
We spoke about it.
Class.
Bucks went
but
4
you're being,
for
no. I'm not
30
talking.
something.
I'm not talking about Stephen A. Nick Wright. I'm not talking about the clowns. I'm talking about you.
Me?
You have not said a word about Giannis's bad performance.
What do you mean?
You are giving him a pass.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I said
you are.
I acknowledged.
I didn't hear you acknowledge.
Come on.
it.
What do you got to start using your ears now?
I heard you keep.
Because
all you keep talking about is
how many
the team
times
went 4 for 30.
How many
That's all you
times
keep talking
have
about.
I said that Giannis played poorly in the third and fourth? How many times have I said that in this conversation right now? A minimum of 3-4 times.
You might have said it once.
Don't play stupid.
You might have said
Don't
it
play
once.
stupid.
You might have said it once.
Because I'm acknowledging Giannis did play poorly. However, in the second half, he played very poorly.
Yeah.
He gave everything he had in this series. He ran out of steam, and his team did not help him.
So he gets the
How
ran
many
out of
games?
steam, but the role players can't get the same thing.
No, they went 4 for 30.
They missed open shots.
That's every single.
Giannis missed the same
Exactly.
open shots.
No, but that's
mean
not
no?
true.
Giannis
Open
missed
shots.
layups.
Fair. He did miss. He missed a few.
They're guarding
he
him.
missed a few.
They're giving him so much space. He improved at the mid range, and they're still giving him the mid range.
Dude, he shot 46%.
From the field.
That's not horrible.
He's a big
man.
As
28
a big man,
on
it is.
28 attempts. On
Yeah,
28
it is.
attempts a game.
Oh my
It doesn't
God.
matter about the attempts.
It's not
It's about
attempts,
the
I'm
bro.
just saying.
Big men shoot
46,
50 and up,
I
bro.
understand.
That's not good,
But
bro.
that's not like he's not that stereotypical big man though. He's still shooting jumpers mid
'Cause
range.
He's wide open though.
I mean, you know what? Keep talking.
Well, I mean, what else is there really to say? I mean, I've said all I've said. You just are thinking differently.
Nah, Rivers just gonna look up the shot chart right now.
Are you? Okay.
And see where he missed from in the game.
From 3-point, he was not that great. He's not a 3-point shooter. He shot 25%.
Not even acknowledging the
Yeah,
three.
dude. What he does need to get better at, and that's obvious, is free throw shooting. There's too many times where he's on the road and the pressure's getting to him, and he just misses free throws. That's one thing he needs to improve for sure.
Lethal Shooter said that he wants to get in the gym with Giannis. He thinks
Really?
he could change his jump shot around.
That'd be interesting. I mean,
Field goal percentage by distance. 2-pointers in general, he shot 53%. 0 to 3 feet, he shot 83%. Obvious.
It's
So he
Giannis.
dominated.
Of course.
Here we go. 3 to 10, he shot 31% from the field, from 3 to 10 feet. Then from 10 to 16 feet, he shot 31% from the field. But he did from 16 to the 3-point line, he shot 40% from the field. So
Pretty
that's
decent.
that's pretty. I think that's top of the
does
mid
it
range.
show you how many attempts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'll tell you that in a minute.
Thank you.
3-point percentage, he shot 22%.
Yeah, he was
and
not
from the
that great.
corner, he shot 0%.
I mean, he doesn't shoot from the corner often.
Yeah, and then
If he's shooting from top of the key.
percentage of field goals by distance.
Thank
So
you.
2-pointer, 85%.
Mhm.
0 to 3, 35%. 3 to 10, 28%. 10 to 16, 11%. 16 to 3-pointer, 11%, and then 3-pointers, 14%. So from the spaces he takes the most shots, which is 0 to 3, 3 to 10, 10 to 16, he's not good at. He's just not good at. He's below
Attempts.
average.
I'm curious.
No, I give you. They don't give me
no
attempts. Just give me
attempts.
percentages of how many.
All right,
what his
fine.
game
I
is.
mean, listen,
but he
you-
takes most of his shots in the paint.
Of course.
But the next closest is 0 to 3. He's in
Again,
3 to 10. He shoots 31%.
28 attempts, 46%. I understand he's a big man. 28 attempts is a ridiculous amount.
That doesn't matter though. It depends on where you're shooting from. If you're taking 28 shot attempts and 20 of them are in
Tatum
the
was
paint,
taking 28 shot attempts.
I wonder if he was. I can check.
like efficiency, what's good efficiency varies on where you're taking your shots from.
Yep.
And Giannis 44% for where he's taking the
21.
shots is not good.
85% of his shots are in the paint. So if he's taking 28 shots, 21 or 22 of them are in the paint.
You hear me? 21 attempts.
Is it
Tatum?
21 too?
Yes.
He never took 29?
I mean, give me 1 sec because I'm looking at his playoff attempts. 21.
Is that the whole playoffs?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine.
Giannis's whole playoffs. I don't think he took 28 attempts.
Giannis, the whole playoffs, has taken 24 attempts.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. 28 sounds crazy. And he shot 26 shots in the game.
28 attempts is the series in Boston.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I got it. Tatum took 32 in Milwaukee, 29 versus Milwaukee, 24 at Milwaukee. So he's taking 18, 20, 19, 24, 29, 32, 14. So when he gets it going, he starts to go up to 28, 29, 30.
Okay.
Hell, the threes, though. 15 threes, 11 threes, 10 threes. Oh, my God.
I was thinking you were going to get ready to give Giannis a pass.
Why'd you think that? I don't give nobody a pass.
You really don't.
I don't give anybody. I didn't even give the Joker a pass. He didn't have his guys. I don't give anybody a pass, bro.
I thought you were going to say you love Giannis.
I'm not a fan of Giannis, but I'm not a hater of Giannis. I'm like in the middle.
Okay.
But nah, he choked. He doesn't get a pass. Game 6, I thought he had
And
it.
yeah, just
The
because
whole team really just collapsed.
And
That's
people talk about Chris Middleton being out, but last year Nets didn't have Kyrie or James Harden basically.
I'm with you.
Versus the Hawks, they didn't have DeAndre Hunter. And Trae Young only played 4 games too.
Giannis missed games too.
They actually both teams swapped wins without their.
That's
star
insane,
player.
actually.
Yeah, that's pretty.
DeAndre
crazy.
Hunter is huge. Huge loss.
He's not Middleton.
Despite their flukiness.
I mean, it's looking like the whole thing last year was just fluky.
It was a shortened
Just a bunch
offseason.
of fluke. Well, not for the Suns.
That's
Not for the Suns.